Hello. Howdy. It's Billy, and today I'm going to be doing a little update video because I haven't really been on YouTube much since I moved. Also, if you can hear the AC, sorry, it's just on because I don't want to sweat to death. Because for some reason, when the person that built this house built it, they didn't build it with, like, central AC, so it's just warm. I'm just going to talk about, like, what it's like to live in Colorado now, because I am originally from Mississippi. Also, sorry if I'm looking down at my fan. That's where my timeline is, so therefore, yes. I moved to Colorado a little over a year ago. A road trip somewhere up there. There's the tag up there. Go watch it. It was fun. But I went on a little mini road trip with my friend, and I moved to Colorado. After my road trip, I'm looking at my phone because that's where all my pictures are, and that's how I keep up with my dates. When I moved with my friends, so all I essentially had was a suitcase full of clothes and basically anything that I could really carry in my car. A handful of stuffed animals. If I can get my phone footage onto my computer, I will show you basically like what it was like when I first moved in. I had to leave my cat at home. I had to leave my dolls that are sitting back there at home. I had to leave everything. So yeah. And then a month later, my dad brought all of my stuff in a U-Haul, so that was cool. He brought this bed, which is not actually my bed. It's one of my sister's twins' beds that they don't need because they're going to college. Congrats. Anyway, they went to college. I went to Colorado. I had to wait a little while to not just bring all of my stuff at once because I didn't really have a place to go yet. The first 2 to 3 weeks that I lived in Colorado, I lived at my friend's apartment, and then this house closed, so it was our house, so I just moved in. And my first few nights, I slept on a little camping cot, just stretched out under this window, and it was terrifying because I didn't have like the AC unit to distract me. I had my phone, and that was it. So it was a little uneasy those first few nights because I was not all alone. I have my friends and my roommates and everything, but I was essentially without any of my family in a brand new city. That's scary, especially for someone like me that's from kind of a small town area. The nearest movie theater is 30 minutes from us. The nearest good movie theater, an hour and 30 minutes from us. So since I've moved here, I have kind of had to get used to the traffic, but other than that, it was kind of an easy transition. I just live in a normal neighborhood, so I guess it would be. I don't really have a super long commute to anything, but then again, all I ever go to is my friend's house and Starbucks now, because I got laid off. Yay! And then July, I spent with my friends at her parents' house, which is also what I did for this last 4th of July, and I mostly just spent a lot of time with my friends. Oh, I went to my first nightclub in July. In my hometown, I think there's only one nightclub, and it's had like 3 stabbings outside of it, so I don't go to it. But I went to my first nightclub, not only my first nightclub, my first gay nightclub, so that was really cool. But I've gone to that club like 3 times, and every time I've had fun. So that's cool. Also in July, my friend got me to watch Good Omens, and I gained another favorite boy. For those that don't know me like pretty well, I have like 5 boys. They're my boys and I love them. This is one of my boys. I love him. I watched Good Omens, and Michael Sheen is awesome, and he became my boy. So I kind of obsessed over him for a good solid 6 months or so. He's still one of my boys, but I'm not like as enraptured as I was before. I think it's because I watched Dolittle and that movie was awful. Please stop making bad movies. Thank you. I went and saw Oldboy at the Alamo Drafthouse, which I didn't even know was a chain until like a month later or so. But I thought it was the coolest movie theater I had ever been in. And I knew about Oldboy because YMS did his review on it. So I was like, oh my god, it's Oldboy, we gotta go see Oldboy. So me and my friends went and saw that, and that was so cool and fun. And I really want that back because, you know, but what are you gonna do? So I've taken way too many pictures of the sunset over the mountains, but how can you not? It's gorgeous. Applying to jobs. I moved in June. I didn't get my first job here until like mid-July when I finally got a job. I worked there 2 weeks and then I quit because it was 12-hour shifts and I really did not like the environment. I know most people would say, Billy, you need to stay where you are regardless because, you know, it's a job. And I'm like, yeah, but if I'm taking care of people that are really at risk, I feel like I need to really be there for them. And I was like, I hate this place, so I didn't stay long. And then I went probably 3 weeks, and then I got my next job. And then they laid me off in April, so now I'm back looking for a job. There's so many beer places around Colorado, and I'm not really a beer person because it's just not my thing. I have found drafts that I like. There was this pumpkin beer one time that I had on like my 21st birthday. It was really cool. Oh, by the way, if you want like the full Colorado story, I uploaded a video forever ago. I'll tag it up there about how I met my best friend. But I visited Colorado 4 times and then I moved here. Picture of Michael Sheen. Oh, I went up to Estes Park with my friend because her brother lives around there. But Estes Park is really cool. I like visiting it around the fall time because I'm not a huge fan of summer just because of the summers I've been through in Mississippi are god-awful hot, and I just hate sweating. Sweating is gross. Ew, like, no, like, gross. But that being said, I have been on so many hikes since I moved here. It's a good outdoor activity. It's like social distancing, so. And I just love all the small shops. It just is nice. Yeah, I eat. It's like when I visit the Smoky Mountains. They had that kind of like kitschy little touristy places, and it just felt like at home. I love the wood like log cabin aesthetics, and it's just nice and cozy, and I love going there in the fall when the fires are lit and we have dinner there, and I buy some stuff I don't need but want because it's cute. Just like Estes Park, okay? And I visited the Stanley when I first got here. I visited IKEA for the first time, and I was amazed because I go in IKEA and I go feral. It's like I just want to like crawl under one of the beds and like slice it open with a box knife and just crawl in there and live and be like, this is my goblin place now. This is where I live. IKEA is really cool, and I like going in there, and I love their chicken titties, and I want their cafeteria to open back up, and also for everything to be. I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna jinx it. I'm gonna stop, or I'm gonna jinx everything. Stop saying stuff, jinxing it. Oh, August 15th was, I guess, around the time that my dad brought all my stuff because I found a video of me talking to my cat, and I was unloading all my stuff off of the car, and I was like, yay, my baby! That's the first thing I did. When my dad pulled off, I was like, hi Dad, yeah, cool. Where's my baby? The mall, there's like 3 malls around here, and I love all of them. I love them all. There is one that has a Lush in it, and it's right next to a Tesla dealership, and I'm like, this is crazy. Actually, I like quit / got fired around September from my first job, which was in the medical field, which, whatever. And then by the 6th of September, I was working in my new job, so that's cool. There was this place that we went on a hike with, me and my friend and her friend. We all went on a hike, and it was lit, and at the end we got this like macaroni place. My mouth is watering because I remember it's so good. But it was like this macaroni bar, and you could get all kinds of different macaroni. I got like this, if I can manage to get the pictures off my phone and onto the computer. This is like the ribs macaroni thing that I got, and it was so good, and I'm like, delicious. Oh, the last place I went on a date, Sushi Totoro. That's cute. I want sushi now. Going on hikes is fun because sometimes you get macaroni at the end. My bow tie that I got for my like slutty Zero Tail cosplay thing that I did for Halloween, that was cool. Took this picture of Walmart because I really liked these witches, but I was like, no, I'm saving money. But I also really wanted them because they look cute. If they have it again this year, I'm gonna buy them. I'm excited for Halloween. The first snow, not only of the Colorado winter, but the first snow that I ever experienced in Colorado was on the 29th of October. I feel like that's early. That's early, right? Say that's early. Me and my friend did a dress up as Slutty Crowley and Slutty Zero. Nothing really happened through November other than I dyed my hair black and I got 2 new tattoos. These are Good Omens themed because I love Good Omens. And my hair was black. Now it's got like these ends because I dyed it purple and it's been way too long. Hopefully I'll be able to fix it soon. I want to do something really fun with it. But I have to find a job first. And me and my friends went up to Glenwood Springs and we did this fun, like it's back here, this antique photo shoot thing, which I thought was the coolest. And I really liked it. It was fun. We went through Glenwood Springs and the Glenwood Springs like caverns, and we went to the pool and everything. It was really cool, which we just got back from because we went to Moab, Utah, and we saw the Arches National Park. I flew back home for Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving was awesome. I didn't want to go home to Denver because I was like, this is awesome. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm sleeping the best that I've ever slept. And like it was just awesome to see my family and like eat an ungodly amount of food that I didn't have to make. Like, what? Cool. I'm excited to go back in Thanksgiving. Hold on. Hey Google, how many days until Thanksgiving?
November 26, 2020 is in 140 days.
Cool. I went back in around Christmas time, and then I went to this fun New Year's party that my friend hosted. It wasn't technically 20s themed, but I wore 20s dress anyway because no way am I not ringing in the 20s with a 20s centric outfit. So yeah, I got my 5th tattoo. This one on my leg. I don't know how well you can see it, but I got my 5th tattoo. I think it's my favorite. It's just really cute. In January, so I started playing League of Legends around November time. That was a perfect time because I was able to save up enough blue essence for my main boy, Set. I love Set so much. He's like my favorite champion, and he is the first champion that I ever got to level 4 mastery with. So that's cool. I just have a grand old time whenever I play him. Top 3 champs. Set. Kale. Taric, if we're saying which ones I'm best at. I usually, and I only play ARAM, so don't yell at me. I just don't like playing normals because people yell at me because I'm bad. Okay, don't yell at me, I'm a filthy casual, okay? I just want to play Set. I've played a few normals, but I can only play normals when I have a big group of friends, and I only have like 2 friends, so like... Also in January, I downloaded Tinder. Why? Because I was like, yeah, I'll just throw myself back out in the dating world, it's fine. And now I'm like, I don't care. Dating is stupid. Tinder is dumb. I hate everything, and I don't care about relationships. So I'm like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, whatever. But I'm indifferent about dating now. I would like the girlfriend. I'm bisexual, so yay. I was gonna go to Pride this year. Of course, Pride didn't happen. I had like this whole outfit planned. They like, maybe next year I'll do a Pride vlog. I have a picture in here of me playing ARAM and someone said that I carried, and I was like, I wasn't even carrying, but I was like, maybe a case of carrying? Oh my god, that's so cool. My friends moved around in January, so I helped them move into their new apartment, where I basically live part-time. A lot of these are just memes, because I was just straight working and like playing League. That's all I did. I got my first pentakill with Varus, and I think I had my first quad with Kale. Yes, I had my first quad. And then around April time, I watched a little show, you might have heard of it. It's called Stranger Things, and I loved this boy, and I hate season 3, and I'll explain myself in another video if it's already out. I'll put the bumper somewhere up here. It's probably not coming out for another couple months, but I'm rewriting season 3 because I hated it so much. Also, the fellow What Plays, Billy Taker, is one of my favorite boys as well. He's great. Let's see, Seth, Michael Sheen, Taker Montgomery, Tom Hiddleston, Adam Driver. Those are my 5 favorite boys. Around May, I went to go see my sister's graduation, and then they rescheduled it, so I technically missed it, but it wasn't much. They just walked up and grabbed their diplomas and then walked back to the car because of this whole pandemic. So I was back home for like 3 days, and it was super relaxing. It's like a mini vacation every time I go visit my family. In that Seattle plane ride, I had a 21-hour layover, so that's cool. The only reason I had a 21-hour layover is because I was using airline points for American Airlines, because I was gonna go to Hawaii because all the prices had dropped. I was like, whatever, I'll just spend like 3 days in Hawaii, it'll be lit, whatever. That got canceled, so I refunded my tickets for points, used the points to go back to Mississippi, which went Denver, Seattle, 21 hours, New Orleans, Seattle, 19 hours, Denver. And I was like, ugh, damn. Me and my friends have been going to a ton of hikes, and I love it. We go way up high, and then we get really scared, and then we go back down on the ground, and it's really cool. And since May, I have basically just been hiking with my friends on the weekends, and staying in my room playing League, and occasionally baking, and that's it. So yeah, that's what my life has been like for the past year. Pretty exciting. Right now Denver and Mississippi aren't that far apart because they are both closed for everything. So like one of the main reasons I moved to Denver was because there was stuff to do. But now I'm like, I might as well just stay in Denver. I thought about flying back home for just a little while, but I was like, what's the point? Especially now. But yeah, I'm gonna give you some tips on Denver moving if you want to move to Denver. So here we go. My battery died and I had dinner. Anyway, tips for moving to Denver. You're already from a big city, I guess. You wouldn't really need too many tips because I imagine living in a big city like Seattle or LA or anywhere like that would be a lot like Denver, except there's like more mountains probably. I don't know. I went to Seattle and it felt kind of the same as Denver. More rain, definitely. It's way sunny here. There's not a lot of rain. There's more snow than rain. So buy some thick clothes, I guess. Save up a lot. I came over here with 5,000. I would recommend saving up like 7, maybe 7,500 would probably be your best bet. A lot of people, I see this a lot, and it freaks me out every time I see it. People just move here and they're like, hey, I need a roommate. I'm like, what do you mean you need a roommate? You needed a roommate before you even got here, because it's really expensive. A lot of people just kind of dive in and hope that everything will be okay, and you can't really do that. I joined 3 different Facebook groups trying to find a roommate, but luckily I just lucked out and happened to find a roommate. If I didn't, I probably would have ended up living in an apartment by myself, and I don't know know how that would have gone over, because when I was over here in May looking at apartments, studio apartments, I couldn't really afford anything because my budget is like $900. But definitely, yeah, like most people need roommates in Denver. It's a very expensive city. So I would recommend trying to get a roommate beforehand. If you know them, great. Please be safe out there. A lot of people I saw were just ready to like bunk up with the first person that was like, hey, I have this room and it's in your budget. And I was like, I almost ended up living with 2 people, but I ended up with my friend's sister. So if you're from a small town like me, get ready for traffic. Some people can't drive. Texas. Sorry. Every time I see a bad driver here, I'm like, oh, I bet they're from Texas, and I look at their license plate and I'm like, I knew it. In the mountain towns, people also can't drive, especially around the curves. They'll go like 5 miles an hour around the curve, and I'm like, it's okay, you can go faster. Other than that, I don't think it's really very much different from anywhere I've lived. I mean, I've lived in Mississippi up until last year, and this is the first time I've lived in another state and another city. If you're moving out for the first time, downsize as much as you can. This is not my original bed. This bed is a twin from my sister that I'm borrowing. My next bed will probably be bought from IKEA and also be some sort of twin size, because apartments are small here, especially if you are on a budget like me. I know a lot of these tips probably for people that have already moved out or stuff like that. They're like, yeah, duh. But I feel like I wish people had told me that before I moved. People here where I have been are very friendly, and I enjoy that, so that's cool. I was kind of worried when I moved. I'm like, oh, I'm Southern hospitality. But then I moved and I was like, oh no, everyone's chill here, so it's cool. It's more of a like a young person chill, I guess. I don't know. I'm from a city of old people, basically. There are so many places to hang out. Tattered Cover is my favorite bookstore. Oh, another tip for when you like move out. Like before I was like, oh, family and yeah, whatever. But now I'm like, I love you guys so much and I can't wait to go somewhere with you guys and see you again. I think that about does it for like things that I wish that I had been told when I moved to Denver. But yeah, if you follow like the basic rules, then you should be fine. So I think that about wraps it up. I'm going to edit this in one night and then put it up on Saturday. Billy, you should really start filming your vlogs or whatever. You should really start filming your videos before Saturday or Friday. It's Thursday today. Bye.